viewers, welcome to my channel, and today we'll be looking at the circular flow of income. Now, what exactly is the circular flow of income? You see, the circular flow of income is simply a model. It's a model which shows how goods and services flows from, or let me just say, among different agents in the economy. Now, let me explain these keywords. When we say a model is just a simplification of reality. That is something complex. You try to simplify it by using probably a diagram or an equation. For example, the circular flow of income is a model. Like what we are seeing here, this is a model. It is something very complex, and try to simplify it. You try to make it very simplified by putting it on a diagram. Now, when we say an agent, you see, in an economy we have four agents. We have four agents in an economy. That is, we can have we could have the households, or we call them the consumers. We can also have the business firms, or we call them investors. The government is also an agent in the economy, and also the foreigners. They also have their role to play, the role they play in each economy. Now, you see, this circular flow of income is divided into three aspects based on this agent. When we are looking at a two-sector economy, because we can have a two-sector economy, three-sector, as well as a four-sector economy, the most complex of all. Now, when we are not taking into consideration just two agents of the economy, that is the households and the business firm, then that's a two-sector. But if you are looking at the households, the business firm, as well as the government, that's these three, then that's a three-sector economy. However, if you are looking at the four agents of the economy, then that's a four-sector economy. Now, this video will be based on just two-sector economy. Now, for the two-sector economy, we've already said that it consists of just two agents, who are the households and the business firm. Now, there is one thing you need to note, that in every circular flow diagram, there is always two aspects. One shows the real flow, and the other shows the money flow. But before I move on to what real flow and money flow is, let me explain the circular flow diagram. You see, as you can see here, I've written the households here and the business firm, because that's just the two agents in the economy. So we assume that the households are the people who supply factor service to the business firm. By factor service, I mean the land, the labor, capital, and entrepreneur. They are all called factor services. Now, when they render service to the business firm, as you can see where my arrow is facing, that is, something is coming from the household to the business firm. The business firm in turn pay them for the various service which they render, in form of wages, rent, interest, and profit. And this payment is also known as the factor payments. Now, if you look at the lower part of the diagram, you see that this money received from the business firm by the household is later spent on what? Consumption. Is later spent on consumption, actually. Now, and that's why you can see the arrow facing this. That is, there is a money flow money flows from the household to the business firm. And what do they use that money for? They use it for what? Consumption. That is part of the money which was, that is the money which was paid by the business firm to the household is later brought back to the business firm in form of consumption expenditure by the household. And in return, what happens? The business firm gives the household some goods and services which they have actually paid for. So you can see that this is in fact a circular flow. The circular flow, because we see that goods and services flow as well as money flows from between the household and the business firm. Now, it is important to note that this upper part of the diagram explains what is known as the real flow. Whenever we're talking about real flow, we're talking about the flow of tangible things. For example, the flow of goods and services is something tangible, as well as the flow of the flow of goods and services. That's the aspect of the circular flow of income which we refer to as the real flow. And also the factor service is also a real flow. But when we're now looking at money flow, then we're looking at the aspect of money moving from the business firm to the household and from the household back to the business firm. So it is important to note that this circular flow of diagram, on one part of the diagram shows the real flow of goods and services, and the other part shows the money flow. Now, if you are looking at this part also, that is the lower part of the diagram, you can see that there is a real flow as well as a money flow. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel so as to get updates on the next coming video. Thank you.